Hey everyone, we're here in Toronto and we're with a very, very special guest. For the first time, F1 Academy is going to be driving in Montreal, and we are very much looking forward to seeing the F1 Academy drivers on track, including our very own from Red Bull, Alisha. Welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm really excited to be here in Toronto. Obviously,
First time?
First time in Toronto, first time in Canada. So super excited to be racing in Montreal this weekend, yeah.
Anything that you've taken away from Canada so far? Just even, I know it's not been that many days, but
I think I've been to New York actually earlier on in the year, and it's like my favourite place that I've ever been. But I'm getting very much New York vibes from Toronto. It's all the high-rise buildings. I love the vibe. It's really cool. Perfect temperature as well.
Perfect
like
temperature,
20 to 22 degrees. It's spot on for me. So.
One thing about Montreal we find is it usually always rains at least once during the race weekend.
I got caught in the rain on Sunday night.
Right.
Already happened. Been there, done that. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, we are, obviously the backdrop is this car, mysterious car, but you have a special livery for this weekend. You haven't actually gotten to see the car yet, but you've seen the designs for it. What are your thoughts on that? Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm super excited to be driving with this new special livery this weekend. It's a really bold design. It's got really bright, vibrant colours. I'm a huge, huge fan. I think it's amazing in general just to see the support as well from Red Bull and One Password in designing a bespoke livery specifically for F1 Academy, because that's the first time that's happened. And I think it really shows their commitment and belief towards the series. And yeah, I'm just really honoured and privileged that I'm the one that gets to go behind the wheel this weekend, and I'm hoping it makes me a bit faster. It gives me a few extra tenths, fingers crossed.
And what was the inspiration for the design? Was it a collaborative process? How did it all come about?
Yeah, so it's sort of a collaboration between the emerging Canadian artist, Kirsten McCrea, the Oracle Red Bull Racing brand team, and One Password. So it's a collaboration between those three parties. And it's just really a celebration of female excellence and talent within sports design and technology, to be honest. So it's a really exciting concept, and I can't wait for everybody to see it later on today.
I love it. And obviously you're mentioning that hopefully the livery makes you go faster. I'm curious, outside of the race car, the racetrack itself, what are the things that make you go faster in life?
Oh, good question. See, I dread these questions because I'm quite a boring person. Like my life is quite boring because I live and breathe motorsport. So it's the first thing I think about in the morning.
Thing, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's very true. So I do some sim racing outside of actual motorsport. Travel a lot, obviously, with this new lifestyle, racing around the world. I don't know. I love music. I'm a big music fan. That makes me fast. I listen to music before a race. I've got a really cheesy music taste. I love my 70s, 80s, 90s vibes.
Like disco?
Yeah, I love 70s disco, love 80s cheesy pop, 90s dance. That's my vibe. So I love a bit of music. I've got a little dog. Love spending time with a little dog. He's 12 and a half now. He's nearly 13.
Wow.
So I had him since I was 6. I'm waffling now. I don't even know if I'm answering your question.
Right.
But yeah, that's me.
Love it. I mean, it's a good sneak peek into who you are, because I find when we speak to drivers, a lot of times they're like, our lives from the outside look like incredibly glamorous, but we're simple people. We're human beings at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
We have a dog, we have a passion, we have a career. With sim racing, I'm actually curious, do you have like any favorite types of cars to drive in iRacing or any other game that you are playing?
Oh, good question. I think I love the F1 game. Actually, I'm a huge fan of the F1 game, which I know a lot of people prefer iRacing. They might do Assetto Corsa. I do a bit of everything. Do a lot of sim prep this year ahead of events, like really official sim work with both Red Bull in Milton Keynes and also with Campos Racing in Valencia. So do a lot of formal sim prep like that. But just as a bit of downtime, I love going on the F1 game, driving F1 cars, the quickest, best cars you're going to get. So they're my favourite. That's where I'd love to go. I've had the F1 game since I was like 8 years old. It was a Christmas present in like 2015. So Montreal, for example, I've never raced this circuit, but I feel like I know it like the back of my hand because I've raced it on the F1 game for 10 years. So yeah, I'd say that's what I really love doing.
And what about the open lobby carnage though in the F1 game? I mean, that's expected.
Chaos. Yeah, it's good. It trains your reactions pretty well, to be honest. It's good training, actually. I recommend it. Yeah.
And your focus on racing is so commendable. I mean, I'm curious, outside of racing, like, if you didn't have racing in your life, what would you be obsessed about? What would be that kind of vocation or passion that you would show in the same way?
I think this is the problem because I don't know. To be honest, my life is racing, and I just think I've been racing for 10 years now. I started just before I was 9, back in 2015, 2016. And I always think if I didn't go on that first karting session, for example, where would my life be now? Because it's all been one big domino effect that's led to me sitting here now, being in Toronto. I would never have visited this country, for example. So I think about it a lot. Where would I be in life now without racing? And I find it quite scary because I have no idea. I've got sort of no other interest in life other than motorsport. So as I mentioned, I'm just a really boring person.
No,
but
not at all.
I think I definitely wouldn't be an engineer because I'm not clever enough, I don't think.
Me neither.
It's way too technical for me. I'd probably be involved in music in some sort of way just because I love music. I can't sing, can't play a musical instrument. So it's a bit out there, but I probably would have learned to play a musical instrument or do something like that.
And then can you describe the moment, or I don't even know if this happened as a a one-off eureka moment, but like a moment where growing up while you were racing, you were like, you know what, I belong in this sport?
That's another good question. I think probably when I made the transition from kart racing into car racing, because motorsport always just started off as a hobby for me. It was just something to do at the weekend with my parents, just literally a fun activity. It was never anything serious and never contemplated that I could ever potentially have a career out of it at all. But I entered a car scholarship called the Ginetta Junior scholarship over in the UK. It's around where 60, 70 entrants drivers enter, age range 14 to 17. And I ended up winning this competition, which gave me a fully funded seat to compete in Ginetta Juniors, which is actually the championship where Lando Norris started his car racing career. So that was really a light bulb moment for me where I thought, I must have a little bit of a talent here. It's something that I obviously enjoy. And that's where I started to realise that it could be a potential career for me. So that was definitely game-changing as well. Without winning that scholarship, I'd have never sat in a race car, let alone be here now. So thank God for that moment.
And then what about, like, I mean, you're still so young, which is incredible. Like, what about imposter syndrome, though? Do you still ever get that moment where you're like, oh my God, what am I doing? Like, do I fit in?
Quick break before we get back to our conversation with Alisha. With our busy schedule to record these awesome conversations with our guests, having something fast and good to cook at home has been a lifesaver, and that is where Every Plate came in. Think before you have to spend big bucks or tons of time in the kitchen to make delicious food at home. Think again. When you use EverPlate, you get restaurant-level deliciousness week after week, with recipes like beef ragu linguine and cheeseburger crunchy wraps. Both are easy to cook, both taste amazing, and both take about 30 minutes. During busy weeks like this one, having meals arrive prepped and portioned make everything easier. The instructions are simple, the flavors are great, and cost less than your usual grocery or takeout. Cooking the same things over and over get boring. Every Plate keeps dinners interesting with new recipes every week. It shows up at your door and suddenly the question of what to cook is solved. I use this and you should too. It has made our hectic production days less stressful and dinners way better. What are you waiting for? Dig into these flavor-packed meals your household will love. New customers can enjoy the special offer of only $1.99 a meal. Go to everyplate.com/podcast and use code TRACKLIMITS199 to get started. Discounts apply to your first box. Limited time only.
Sort of not, to be honest. I feel quite at home, to be honest. Just feels like this is what I feel like this was what I was born to do, to be honest, being motorsport. My great-granddad was actually a brisker F1 stock car racing driver, so I feel like it literally is in my blood. I've grown up with the influence of it around me, so I do really just feel at home, and I feel the happiest when I'm in a race car, to be honest.
And then in terms of inspirations, I mean, growing up, like you mentioned, family was, related to racing. What about outside of your family? Has there been a driver, past or present, that has really influenced your mindset as a driver?
I think there's been loads, to be honest. I think especially since I've started racing in single-seaters. I mean, F1 Academy is F4 level cars, so it's effectively the bottom of the single-seater ladder, but I can assure you they're not slow cars. They're pretty quick. I mean, they go up to 150 miles an hour, but they're still 30 seconds plus off an F1 car what they can lap. So I've just got a newfound respect and appreciation for all the F1 drivers and what they can do, because I can't even begin to comprehend how quick it must be.
Right.
But I think somebody who stands out, it seems like the obvious answer to say, but it is Max Verstappen. This year has been sort of a whirlwind, a dream come true for me, because I've had the opportunity to meet Max quite a few times now, speak to him. I think obviously he's an incredible driver, multiple world champion, but his determination as well. I think he's just a real racer through and through. We spoke about sim racing. I think Max's life also evolves around racing. I think when he isn't in a car physically, he's sim racing. So that just really shows how it's his passion too. So I really relate with that. And I just really, really look up to Max.
And he'll even do it under a different name.
Yeah.
Which is incredible. But no, I had the opportunity to speak with Max in December in Madrid about sim racing.
Okay.
And the same way that he was talking about his passion for it, I'm just getting that from you.
That's nice to know.
Yeah,
Awesome.
but it's crazy because I feel like people like him, people like you, probably want to etch your legacy within not just doing very well in racing, but also leaving something behind for future generations. Have you thought a little bit about it? Again, I know you're very young and you're earlier in your career, but like, have you thought about the potential pathway that you want to leave for girls and boys who want to get into racing?
I love that question, and I've never been asked that before, actually. This is a new one. I think, to be honest, what I'd love to just show people, whether it's young girls or just the next generation, is that I sort of see myself as just such a normal person. I come from a normal family. I've had the most amazing upbringing, amazing parents, but it's just been normal, to be honest. There's nothing extravagant. We're not a hugely wealthy family. We're just a normal family, to be honest. So I'd love to just show sort of that there isn't one sort of person that can fit in the motorsport world. You don't have to tick loads of boxes to be able to succeed and be successful, because I think I wouldn't have put myself in a box of somebody who I'd imagine would have potentially had success in motorsport. So I think I'd like to just inspire the next generation to realise that we can do it. Just have the faith and confidence in yourself that if you work hard behind the scenes, persevere, anybody can succeed in motorsport. It's just all about having the right mindset and motivation and having the drive to put the work in, because it is a tough sport. But yeah, I'd say anybody can get there if you put your mind to it.
And for any aspiring driver, what's the misconception that, now that you've come into that single seaters, now that you're in F1 Academy, you would want to tell someone saying, this is such a misconception about being a driver?
Oh, that's a good one, because there's quite a lot.
Yeah.
I think one that sort of jumps out to me is a lot of people don't think that motorsport is a team sport, which couldn't be further from the truth. It's a massive team sport. It's probably one of the biggest team sports out there, to be honest. And something that I don't like about motorsport is that at the end of the race, when a driver has success, if it's me, for example, I'd be the one who goes on the podium, takes all the limelight, gets all the praise and attention, whereas actually there's up to hundreds of people behind the scenes that are behind the camera. They don't get all the limelight, that have put all the hard work and effort into the driver succeeding, whether that be mechanic, engineer, anybody. There's so many people involved. So I'd say a misconception is just that of how many that people don't maybe realise how many people there are involved in getting a driver to have success within the sport. So we do really all work together, and everybody does really play a crucial role in success.
Right. And if you could build like a dream race weekend, all right, let's talk about like the track, car, and a teammate. Let's say one teammate. You can pick any driver.
Oh, okay.
Right? Any driver, any car, any track. What would that be?
Okay. Any track. Oh, this is tricky. I think I'd actually have to say Silverstone, because I'm not racing at home this year. It's the first year of my whole career that I'm not racing in the UK. Obviously love Silverstone. It's the home of British motorsport. So we'll go there. We'll go Silverstone in my F1 Academy car with this livery, because it's really cool. So we'll go with that. And teammate, Max Verstappen.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I'll try and beat him. And then I'll be a legend. So yeah, we'll go for that. And I know this car better than Max now.
That's
so I'll
true.
stand a chance. I know Silverstone really well. So I'd say an F1 car, but I think he'd beat me. So we have to go in my car.
I love it.
And give it a chance.
When it comes to the race weekend, do you have any superstitions or rituals? Like, would you use anything to beat Max before even the cars are off track?
Good question. I'd have a banana, because every time before I go for an important session, it's got to be a quali session or a race. I always have a banana. But I hate bananas. But I have them because they're meant to give you energy. Apparently they're good for you. I've never felt this energy, but it's exactly. And I'm an elite athlete. You know what I mean? So I'd have a banana. And then psychologically, I feel like I've worked harder than everybody else because I've put the commitment in. I'm a dedicated athlete. I've had a banana, even though I don't like them. So I would have a banana, and I'd make sure Max doesn't have one. And then, I'm bound to win then.
Can you imagine he wants a banana and you're like, no, not for you. Not for you.
Yeah,
These
we'll
are
just bring one.
For me.
Just
bring one.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll be a diva.
And what's something you're trying to work on? I mean, it could be mental, it could be physical, it could be on track, like something as a driver you're working on for this year that you think could, give you that next step up to being even a better driver for the following years. Yeah.
I think this year has been a huge learning curve in everything, to be honest. The car's slightly different to what I've been driving last year, the other single-seaters that I've driven previously. It requires a very different driving style. There's new circuits, new team, new group of people, feedback being given to engineers. That's something that I've really been developing, working on this year.
Right.
But I think in general, I'd say tyre management actually is something that's been a big factor this year that I've never really experienced before, just probably due to the heat of the countries that I've been racing in, because I'm used to just racing in the UK. It's normally freezing, normally raining, whereas we've been in Miami and Jeddah. It was 36 degrees in Jeddah, sort of 57 degrees track temperature. So that means the tyres degrade and wear a lot faster. So that's something that I've been working on. And naturally, as you go up the ranks, races do get longer as well. So I think that's something that I'm getting there now. I've got more of an understanding on, but I definitely need to keep working on improving that.
And you mentioned driving style. Like, can you go a bit deeper into that? Like, how would this car be different from last year in terms of, is it specifically like, the front end that's moving a lot more rear? Like, can you change that in F1 Academy? We know it's a spec series, but there's obviously modifications that can be made to some degree.
Absolutely.
Like, how does that all work for anyone watching that wants to know more about the driving style and how it alters weekend to weekend?
So for last year, I raced in the GB4 Championship in the UK, which were Gen 1 F4 cars, whereas this F4 car that we run in F1 Academy is the Gen 2. So it's effectively a newer F4 car. My car last year didn't have a halo, whereas obviously now this F1 Academy car does. Thankfully, it's obviously a great safety feature, but it also makes the car a bit heavier. And just naturally, the characteristics of the car is more prone towards understeer within the F1 Academy car. Whereas the GB4 from last year, I've always been used to a really loose car. I love a really pointy, direct front end. Again, quite like Max, actually, what he likes. So this is another reason, that when I'm going to beat him in this race that we do. Anyway, I think, but this car is much more prone towards understeer rather than oversteer.
Right.
And there is changes that you can make within the car, which is why it's so important with the feedback that you give to engineers and how we can work together to get a better setup. But then again, it is very limited as well. There's a front camber limitation in F1 Academy on the front end, which reduce what you can change to decrease the understeer. So it's a driving style that I've had to try to just learn, to be honest, because it's something I've not experienced much before, and it exaggerates tyre wear as well. So the tyre management, that increases how much you need to do that. So it's just a different technique needed, but the more experience I'm getting, the better my understanding and the better I'm getting at it.
And what does it mean to you to have the support of, one of the best organizations in the world with Oracle Red Bull Racing, right? Like, this is one of the most dominant teams, most successful teams, incredible talent has come from there. What does it mean to you to have their support?
Well, it means the world. Honestly, I still can't find the words to describe. It really is a dream come true. Red Bull are a team that I have looked up to for as long as I can remember. I think some of my earliest memories of motorsport was Sebastian Vettel winning with Red Bull. So to be involved with the team now, I can genuinely say that I've learned more in the last, 6 months, half a year that I've been with Red Bull than the last 10 years of my career. Honestly, from a driver development perspective, the support that they give, and we get equal treatment in the Red Bull Racing Pepe Jeans Academy program as the full Red Bull Junior drivers get. So I've got full access to the facility in Milton Keynes. If I want to go on the sim, I can as often as I want, basically. I get media support, fitness support. So it's incredible, to be honest. And what an opportunity that I'm just trying to embrace and maximise, to be honest.
I heard there's a shifter kart track in Milton Keynes. Henny and I really want to go there.
I didn't know about this.
Yeah. Apparently they go up to 120, 125. Jack Crawford was telling us about this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he was like, you got to try it.
I'll have to bring Max along there as well. That's another chance.
If you do that, can we we'll just come just for photos, honestly,
okay,
to prove that
exactly,
you beat him.
We need proof.
We need proof.
100%.
Final question before we go into the rapid fire very quickly. Fast forward 10 years. I like asking this question actually to people like you who are obviously, again, quite young. But it just seems like you're very mature for your age. It also seems like you know what you want out of life. But if you fast forward 10 years, you're 28, which is actually how old I am. I used to be young, trust me. But fast forward 10 years, what do you want to be able to accomplish? It could be, by the way, professional or personal, but are there goals that you have for yourself that are, 10 years out?
That's a deep question. I love it. I'd love to say that I'd love to be an F1 driver and have won loads of world championships naturally, as I think every other young driver would like to say. But realistically, I think I'd love to pursue a career in motorsport, whatever that may be. I think short term, I'd love to keep progressing up the single-seater ladder and progress as far as possible. But equally, there's loads of opportunities in motorsport down the GT car route. There's Le Mans, which I'd love to potentially go into in the future at some point. So I'd love to have had a successful career in motorsport, but also just be enjoying it, I think, because it's a tough life. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of eyes on you. There just is a lot of pressure. So I think it's easy to get sort of swept up in the moment and not realise and appreciate what a chance we've got and just enjoy it. So I think just enjoy the journey as well, and have had a great time, embraced all these experiences and opportunities that we've got. I'm able to travel the world, which I know is a dream of a lot of people. So I'm waffling now. I'd say just in the next 10 years, I'd say just to have enjoyed the journey, just be really proud of what I've hopefully succeeded.
Love that. Well, we're going to get really quickly into the rapid fire. Just a few questions here.
Okay.
Poutine or fish and chips?
Fish and chips.
Okay. Have you had Montreal poutine yet, though?
No, I haven't.
You need to.
But I've had fish and chips.
But you've had.
I'm an elite athlete.
You're an elite
but I have had fish and chips.
With the
I'm from
banana.
England,
With the
so
banana on the side.
not by choice.
Okay. Do you know what the capital of Canada is?
Toronto. No?
I know. I can't believe
Is
it
it
either.
not?
It's not.
No way.
We're the most popular
Are
city.
you sure?
We're going to fact check this.
I'm going to Google this. Yeah.
True or false, maple syrup is a food group in Canada?
Oh, false.
Yeah.
I was going to say, yeah.
We
okay.
do like our maple
I was
syrup,
shocked
though.
then. I'm aware, yeah.
Yes or no, could you survive a Canadian winter without complaining? It gets up to like minus 35 Celsius here. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like
no,
an average winter.
No chance.
No
See, I
chance?
thought it was hardcore being from the UK, but...
Oh, no.
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 Whoa, no.
Yeah.
No.
It
I
doesn't
couldn't
rain
survive.
as much, but it typically does snow quite bad.
That's awful.
Yeah,
I'd just stay at home. Yeah, no.
What's the name of the Canadian driver currently in Formula One?
Lance Stroll.
Let's go. Big
Boom.
weekend. Let's go. No, I'm kidding. Would you rather win a race in Montreal or have free Tim Hortons for life? I don't know if you've had Timmy's yet.
I did yesterday,
you?
actually. Yeah, I did. Win a race in Montreal. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And that's the PR answer. That's what I meant to say.
Canadians are known for saying sorry a lot. We apologize a lot. Can you try a Canadian accent and just say sorry?
No. I don't even know where to start.
No, I'm sorry.
Honestly, I just can't. I don't even know where to start.
I've lived,
just offend everybody.
Yeah, I've lived here since 2004.
Yeah.
Even I can't do it.
No,
so, yeah, don't worry.
literally.
Yeah. Hopefully you wouldn't have to though this weekend. I'm
exactly.
very excited.
Thank you.
You're going to have a blast, and I can't wait to see you on track in Montreal. Any final words before parting?
Any final words? Watch Montreal this weekend. Yeah, we'll be on the top step of the podium, hopefully.
This is amazing.
Three races,
exactly.
races,
We'll
so
put a
3
link.
chances.
Yeah, we'll put a link, guys. Please go and check it out. It's unbelievable that F1 Academy is driving in Montreal. It's a race that we as a Track Limits community have talked about, have gone to, have met many of you there. So thank you again, Alisha, for your time.
Thank
really
you so
appreciate
much. Lovely to talk to you. Thank you.